Hello, my lovelies. It is VEDA day 7, 7th of April, yay. And today we're going to talk about 3 things. I know my nails aren't done yet. I think we're going to do nails tomorrow, which means I'll actually do them this evening. But I'll have them up for you tomorrow. So, yeah, so first things first, learning new things. I am super tickled that I put up the jewelry video yesterday because now I know how to do jump rings properly. So I told my husband I wasn't going to call him out on it, but I totally am. Let me get one of the big ones. So you guys, the jump rings, you saw how I opened them yesterday, which is apparently wrong. But when I decided I was going to make jewelry, I just was like, I'm going to buy all the stuff and make jewelry. And then, you know, I'm looking at my jump rings and I'm like, oh God, how do I go about this? So my husband was like, you know, put it in, open it up. It's open, which, I mean, it is open, and then pinch it shut. That's not right. Apparently, what you're supposed to do, since I root that one, you have your jump rings, you find your opening, and then with 2 pairs of pliers, you grasp on either side and then open like that. Here, see? Like this. Oh my God, focus so they can see what we're talking about. You're not going to be able to. Anyways, there's lots of tutorials for how to open these. And then once everything's together, you take your 2 sets of pliers and then you shut them and go past just a little bit and then back. And they actually will almost click into place, but it also keeps the integrity of the metal much better than, you know, bending it open and weakening it, which explains why some of my bracelets fell apart. So I'm very excited I know how to do it right now. Which means that, you know, hopefully my bracelets will be a little bit more stable. It's always been okay with my earrings because I don't wear anything too heavy. Usually, I do have a few pairs of kind of heavy ones. But I'm so tickled. 2 sets of, and I have these too. These curvy things. Any hoodles. Yeah. So now I know how to do jump rings right. So I wanted to get that out there. So if you guys were following my tutorial yesterday, now you'll know. So when we make something next week, I would use my proper technique and not the half-ass technique that my husband taught me. I mean, he wasn't wrong. It worked, but this is better. So yay! So that is good. Yeah, I'm tickled. Okay, so second thing, and I've already forgotten. You guys, I have really bad brain fog. Brain fog! That's a new thing. Brain fog lately. I don't know if it's because of the pain, because that happens. I know my girls that have fibromyalgia, they call it fibro fog, where your brain just doesn't work. Sometimes I drop in bits of my vocabulary. Sometimes I can't think of the word at all. I can think, I'll describe it to you, and then you can tell me what the word is, which is frustrating because I like to think I have a fabulous vocabulary. Even if I don't use it, it's there. And it's dumb things. It's dumb things I drop. I don't know. Anyways, and I have forgotten what, I should have written it down. This is why I write. I have notes everywhere, just little lists of things. I need a new thing of Post-its, clearly. Oh, well, my burn is healing. I know you guys probably noticed it. Oh, it's so bright there. Now you can see it. I had a really lovely splatter burn. It looked like I had poison ivy or something. I don't know. Yeah, I got a splatter burn. Oh, it's so ugly. But it's healing, so hopefully that, this is like the only piece of skin on me that's really nice and flawless, and I had to ruin it by not being safe. I had my pan up a little too high when I threw my spinach in. Oh well. And I totally forget the second thing I was going to talk about today. Well, let's do the earrings and stuff first, and maybe it'll come back to me. So hairstyle, I did a braid. The necklace I got from my cousin Crystal. This was Christmas, the way we do Christmas. All the grown-ups put their name in a hat. You pull a name, and then you buy for that person. I think she's got me again this year, actually. Poor thing. But I thought it was really pretty. It's very big and sparkly and kind of tacky, which that's what I told her to go for. And then my earrings are actually 2 sets. I'm one of those weird people that I do have 2 holes in my ears. I'm double pierced. I got the second piercing to wear studs in for the most part when I got them done a long time ago. I used to wear hoops and then a stud kind of thing. But as I've gotten older in my dotage, I really like to wear 2 sets of danglies with one slightly shorter. So they're actually 2 sets. The ones in the back, Siobhan made for me. They're beautiful. They have pearls. They have pearls on them, which is one of my birthstones. And then the second set I bought, I think it was my very first Etsy purchase. It was a gal who made them. Her name is Rachel. God, I hope I'm remembering. It's Rachel or Rebecca, but I think, oh, I took them both out. I think it's Rachel. And they're real simple. A big loop and then a flower, and then they have turquoise and orange beads down in there. They're really, really pretty. They weigh nothing, which is awesome. But yeah, I like wearing these together because they're the opposite sides of the color wheel, so I think they look nice, turquoise and orange. So I don't know, that's my bag. Whatever. So yeah, gosh, I have a title for this, anything. It was like learning and, oh, I remember what it is. Learning and frustration. So, frustration. It came to my attention, well, it's always been a part of my attention, but I wanted to explain something to you, my lovely viewers. So I do get quite a few requests in to do hairstyles. Some, I think I've told you this before, you know, some are things from Pinterest. It's just a picture and I try and figure it out. Some are videos. Now, I will never do the ones of somebody doing the thing on their, see what I told you, brain fog, doing a hairstyle on their own head, because that's what I do. And if they've already done it, I don't particularly see why I should do it. There have been a few exceptions. A couple of gals have either asked me to do it because they don't like speaking in their own and they wanted somebody to talk, which, you know, I can talk. Or they just wanted to see if I would have, what I would have to do differently since I have more length, which is also kind of a valid point. So those are okay, but I usually only do that if the person that made the video themselves requests it, because I don't like stepping on people's toes and I don't want to be a thief. I can't deal with a thief, y'all. So, but I've had a lot recently of the videos where somebody is working on a styling head and doing a hairstyle, and they ask if I can figure out how to translate it to my own. And I don't mind doing those sometimes because I understand your handholds are going to be really different. And some of the techniques, because working on the back of your head is a lot different than working on something in front of you. By and large, I can't do them just because y'all sent me in some really complex things and they're like placed in certain ways, or they're real delicate and intricate, and I can't see what's happening on the back of my head. So I can't replicate the style. I try a lot, but I can't. So I do try a lot of those, but you don't get very many of those because I haven't been able to make them work on myself. I could do them on somebody else, but not on my own head. And my whole channel is about how to replicate things on your own head. So, you know, that's kind of my bag, you guys. So, any hoodles, it was brought to my attention. These hairstyles, some of these hairstyles, I refer to as the frustrators because they're the ones that make me cry and throw my hairbrush. But it was brought to my attention recently. There's a hairstyle currently making the rounds where the gal, the hair is pulled back, and then it's affixed with a clear elastic, and then another set is pulled back and fixed with a clear elastic, and then it's brought up and over, so it ends up looking like this really pretty, it it looks like a loaf of bread kind of to me, but it's really pretty. And I saw it and I'm like, well, you know, I'm not going to be able to do the whole braid because I can't reach and it's not going to stay centered, but I bet I could do a really pretty half up, you know, with the technique and just have that woven up here. Won't that be nice? It doesn't work. My hair is too heavy. Those clear elastics ain't holding squat. Yeah, and as soon as I go to pull through, everything just falls. Yeah. And I don't know why. I just chalked it up to, you know, my hair being too heavy and what have you. But as it so happens, Miss Schwan is currently in cosmetology school. Do they even call it that anymore? I don't know. Anyway, she's getting her license, y'all, which is awesome, and I'm so proud of her. But she actually informed us of something that I didn't realize. I've never had a styling head. I've never worked with one, so I didn't realize that the hair on a styling head is a lot different than the hair on your own head. Now, some styling heads are, you know, synthetic hair. Some are natural hair. But it's just the simple fact that on a styling head, it's rooted in a certain way, which doesn't take into account nature and the way sometimes, like, I'm sure some of you guys got the little corkscrews and the cowlicks and the places where your hair wants to part that is not going to occur on a styling head. You also have a head that doesn't move. Like, they're not even breathing. It's just sitting there. You can manipulate it however you want. And along with that, it's not going to get up and walk around. I have managed to do a few hairstyles that look really pretty, but before I ever show you guys a hairstyle, I wear it. I wear it for a good 5 to 6 hours just so I can see how well it stands up to like a regular day. And if it doesn't work, then I'm not going to show you that hair because, I mean, if it's fallen down within an hour, how frustrated are you going to be that, oh, here's a hairstyle. Oh, I wore it to work and it fell down. No, you don't need to be fixing your hair in the middle of a work day. No. So, yeah. So, always be suspect of styles done on styling heads. It's a great way for you to work on your technique if you're going to be doing other folks' hair. But if you're going to be doing your own hair, it doesn't really translate super well because it's nice when you can see everything in front of you. Case in point, French braiding upside down. I can't do it on myself. I can't. It looks a mess. And girls, I know how to French braid, but no, I can do it on somebody else though, no problem. Beautiful. Not on myself. It's one of those ones I can't do on myself, and that's okay. You can't do everything. You can't be good at everything. So I just don't do those because I can't make it work right. It looks terrible. No. Explains a lot why I had so much problems with the crown braid. I really suck at French braiding upside down. Any hoodles. Okay, I guess that's 13 minutes. I do have a question though. So over on the Facebook, one of the local photographers had posted a thing that they were looking for models with really long hair. And one of my girls locally, when I say one of my girls, she's one of my children. Don't have any of my own. One of the neighbor kids that has grown up and now she's a doctor. I'm so proud. She had linked me to it and it was like, you have the prettiest hair. You should do this. And I had commented, I am too old and I am too fat to model. And the gal that runs the studio told me that that was pretty much a crock and was no excuse. So I sent in some pictures of my hair because whatever. And she contacted me back and asked me to do it. So now I don't know if I should. I really didn't expect her to contact me back because, like I said, I'm old and I'm fat. And before anybody tells me, oh, honey, you're not fat, I am. I'm not like a size 10 and going, oh, I'm so fat. No, you guys, I'm really overweight, like hugely. I need to lose 100 pounds, at least 100 pounds. Yeah. So I'm totally not comfortable in my body. And, you know, there may be some strategically placed things, not like full nudes or anything like that. She's not that kind of photographer, but you guys know, like the whole goddessy stuff. And I am not opposed to nudity. If I was the size 10, I would be like, take it all off, woo! Because the human body is a beautiful thing. It's just my particular human body is not. It's really gross. And of course, the pictures I sent her were flattering because I try my hardest to look good in pictures. I might take 10 before I put one up because that's the kind of person I am. I'm vain, and if you say you're not, then you're lying. I don't know, maybe you're not, but I am. I try to put my best self out there. I'm also not photogenic at all. It takes a lot of pictures to get one where my face isn't doing something weird. Yeah, like, I would really, really love to have beautiful pictures of my hair. And I ain't getting any younger. I'm never going to look better than I look now as far as my skin. This is it. I'm not getting younger. So on the one hand, I would love to do it because I would love to have beautiful hair and nice pictures of me. But on the other hand, I'm really, really fat and a little scared. Yeah, so you guys don't see the whole body. Seriously, you're not. I try never to. It's not pretty. So yeah, and it's even. I'm really tall, so like if I was 5'4" at this size, I might only be like a 16, 18. So that's not that big. But since I'm 6 feet tall, it is exponentially huger. Like, I'm huge. My head is really small compared to the rest of my body. It's disgusting. And I'm unable to work out right now because it hurts too much when I do. So frustrating. So, yeah. So anyways. That's just me whining. See, this is what I try to not do. But anyways, do you think I should go for it anyway and just suck it up and say, whatever, do it? I probably should. It would be nice. But I have to get back to her soon because I don't want to be that jerk that doesn't. So, any hoodles. Thanks for listening to me whine. And thank you for the tips of how to do my jump rings properly. And hopefully you understand a little more about why I don't do some of the requests you send in, because they're impossible for me to do. At least I have not figured out how to do so yet. And some of them only work on styling heads, apparently. Okay, my lovelies, I will see you tomorrow. We're probably going to do some nails tomorrow. We may do a hairstyle, too. It depends. I saw a really cute one on Mad Men. So, it's a little, like, bouffant pony. Oh, yeah. So, anyways, I will see you tomorrow then. Okay, I love you guys. Bye.